everybody, thank you for tuning in. This will be the second video. One is updates and two, I have something to show you. So first update is I've been gathering a lot of materials as I go. That's what I mentioned before is, the first step is to gather stuff, as you see on the photos. But mainly I've been gathering for all three of the projects, and I think I'm pretty close to being done. I'm just waiting for a few more things to come in, but I'll explain that later. Second thing is I got a new camcorder, so now I can actually start recording long videos, meaning actual tutorials. So anyways, third thing is I'm going to show you today the first few things I'm doing before I start anything, so that way if it helps, see if it helps any of you guys, because for me it does help me a lot to actually does it. So let me zoom you in to this little sketchbook of mine and we'll see what's going on in there, okay? Okay, you are all zoomed in on the action here. Remember these reference photos that I have? Well, this is the first thing I do before I start anything, is I actually print out reference photos, of course, and I have mentioned that. But the main thing why, aside from gathering materials, it helps with that is I would actually go into each photos and break away all of these detail works. So if you don't know what I mean by that, I will show you right now. Let's start with this costume right here, because I'm most excited about it. So I actually started working it first. Let's see. Here's the thing, and that's my sketch. It looks very simple and weird, but let me explain. These are actually the patterns that I sketched out, and most likely it's going to be patterns I'm going to be semi-using for the actual outfit. So I layered this, not layer, oh my god, I labeled it as, the outer coat. So it's this part right here. So first thing you need to do is learn to eliminate all the details in the photos and get the basic shape. So to me, this is the basic shape. Later you just add the details to all this. But I would break away or break apart every single part of this costume. So the main thing about this costume I see is a unicorn. So I actually sketch it out, and later we can try to make that. But in that, the hairpiece is another one. Just be creative. You can't see the back. Just, kind of mirror it, and hopefully it turns out right. If not, no big deal, right? If you have the game reference, even better. And this is the neck piece, and then that's the other piece. So you pretty much break them all into pieces, so that way it'll be easier to attach them later. The thing I'm waiting right now is on the boots. It's very, very hard to find these boots in any stores, unless it's like Google dancers or, strippers or something. Stripper boots. But I actually ended up going on eBay and looked through some boots. The thing you need to look for is the shape. Pretty much the shape. Everything else you can modify. So I actually get like a little ankle boots because I'm going to make the boot cover and cover all these anyways. So the main thing you need to look for is the shape and how tall, the platform and everything. But anyway, that's that. These I'll probably be making myself because that way I'll get more of the accurate shape as well as the weights and stuff being put on it. But in that's the start of this. And then another thing that seems very important to me personally, and it seems to help me out, is write out everything on the costume. That way, aside from later when you're when you're gathering all your pieces together for a convention, you can just go through this list and make sure you have everything on the costume. It seems to help me every time, so I'm sticking to it. But anyway, you don't need to be like the best artist to draw these. Just doodle it out so you know what's going on, or at least get the idea of where it's coming from. Next thing is Olivia. So her is right here. So what I did with her is I pretty much draw the coat because that's what I need to make. So I wrote here, I need a white wig, I need to make the gun, blah blah blah. So I draw the basic shape of the gun. Detail work will be later. No problem about that. This shirt, I think it's a tank top she's wearing, but you know what? It's gonna be winter. She's gonna have the coat on half the time, and I don't want to be cold, so I think I'm gonna leave the sleeves on or make it long sleeves. So it's gonna hide under the coats anyways, right? But yes, I draw the shirt, and that's what the shirt gonna look like. And make sure I got these belt, and I wrote little notes in there like, oh, you need 7 of these little circle thing. So I still haven't decided if I'm gonna make them or try to find one. But finding one, of course, is going to be a lot more expensive. For those of you who live in LA, it's going to be a lot easier for you because, oh my god, Fashion District, amazing. But yes, I don't live in LA anymore, so it's going to be harder for me to get these. But anyways, coat, I already got the coat, so all you need to do is modify it, add the fur, and I'm good to go. But yeah, that's, and oh yeah, and the necklace. Get to every single details based on how many reference photo you can get. So based on this artwork, her necklace has red beads in it. So I put red beads. So I'm going to be finding red beads to put together this necklace myself. So yes, that's simple as that. I already got the boots. The boots is very simple. You just need to find a basic boot, so you know. Make sure it's pointy though. But anyway, yeah, I got the boots at thrift store for only like $2, so woohoo! But yes, I got that out of the way. So yes, the next and final one, which is funny as heck because look how simple that looks compared to this one. Yet at the same time, look how many freaking detail works it is. So once you, that's why I said I always sketch it out because it helps me kind of just get an idea of how much I need to make or do, you know, or something like that. But anyways, I have to look up multiple reference photos to figure out certain things, but I got these from the actual games, and this is from the artwork. And then there's also an actual artwork version where they don't have this stupid armband that she's wearing right here. I couldn't figure out what it was for the longest time. But anyways, here's my little sketch on it. First of all, right here, that's her little hand there. So you know, you just get white gloves, add in furs, and so on. So you know, you need two of that. And then that's her little headband. I decided to do a little hair clip, so I'm just gonna be, you know, breaking apart these guys and probably just stick it on there or something. Hot glue! Or whatever. Any other glue you want, but whatever works for you. But hot glue usually does the trick. Again, this is like costume unless you want to keep it for like 10 years or something. Then you go to the extent. But for me, I wear it like once or twice and I'm done. But anywho. Next thing is her dress. Her dress, I decided to do two separate sheets, or two separate dress. So first, I'm gonna make the black version where there's sparkle on top, and then there's a solid black here. And then I decided there's a neck piece right here. I can't see. See the neck piece right here? It comes down like 4 of them. Instead of attaching them, what I decided to do is I'm gonna make it stringing from the neck here, and have little buttonholes here, and then I'll put the actual buttons in the black part of the dress, and then I can just hook it up there while I have this outer piece just like sewn on to the edges and leave that area empty for the button, you know, and then maybe I'll just velcro the middle here. But anywho, this is the white piece right here, so that's this piece. Other than that, I put 2 little buttons here or little dots here to notify that later these 2 little snowflakes. So there's actually one in front and one in the back. So there's 2 of them. They attach and they have a string going around it. This is why it's good to have reference photos so you can really like look at it and study it and stuff. But yes, that's where this sketch comes in. So they're gonna have 2 little snowflakes, string going there, 2 tassel coming down. Yes. And I also make other notes like, you know, the shoes has this, and there's snowflake in the middle of the shoes. There's actually a ribbon in the back of the shoe, yada yada yada. That's actually the back of the dress, so I need to make it like that. Other than that, this is the thing I have the hardest time doing. I couldn't figure out what the heck is on their arm, but it turns out I think it's just like a little wing thing, and then it has 2 little like pin needle, you know, like assassin try to kill somebody with needles. But anyways, there's 2 needles, black and white. So anyway, that's it. But yes, there's a lot of snowflakes involved in this. But yeah, that's what I do before I start any cosplay. And of course, I wrote out my little to-do list here. I have to do the gloves. I have to do the hairpiece. I have to make 5 small snowflakes because look, there's about 5 of them total. I counted, so I think I counted. I'm not sure, but there's 2 here. There's 2 here, and then there's 1 here. So that's 3. There's 2 here, that's 5. Unless I find more in the future, I don't know. But we'll see. I think there's one back here too. So that's an extra. Oh no, that's not a snowflake. That's something else. That's snowflake I'm talking about. So that's 1, and then 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5 snowflakes I need to make. I need one big snowflake for the, let's see, for the chest part, and then I need 2 of these for the sides, and then I need that ridiculous neck piece. So yes, I know it's a long video, but I hope it helps you guys. To me, I'm like clumsy, I'm forgetful, so this really helped me in terms of like just get it into visual, so that way when you make it, it's a lot simpler, you know, like when you look at this, you're like, what the hell am I supposed to do with this? And then you look back at the reference photo, always rely on both parties, you know, to figure out. But once you kind of sketch it out, you really have a good idea of what to do from then on. So I hope it helps. But yes, that's what I did for the past 2-3 days. But yeah, so yeah, see, it's not very bad, right? Well guys, I hope that really helps you. If you have any questions, comments, or concern or whatever, feel free to leave it in the comment section. But yes, this is how I pretty much start any of my costume. I print out the reference photos, and then I would then go gather materials based on color, blah blah blah. And then while I gather materials, I also sketch out every single details of that outfit, little by little, so that way it's not so overwhelming. But if you think about it, if you break it apart, it's all just piece by piece, and then later when we attach it together, it's like bam, you know. Just kidding. But yes, that's how I start. It seems to be less overwhelming in terms of starting any kind of projects. So if you guys haven't done that yet, you know, give it a shot and see if it helps you. And I'm forgetful and I'm clumsy and all that, so this is a great help to me. So yes, if you have any question, remember to leave a comment or message me, whatever. And thank you for watching, guys. I will see you in the next few videos. See ya!